Hello everyone, it's Nicole here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about my top 5 favorite houseplants so far. They bring me so much joy and I want to share them with you. The first plant that I want to talk about is this beautiful Peperomia Ecanna. I got this plant at a farmer's market back in the summer of 2020, and it was quite affordable. I believe I paid $6 of it, and it was not this big, of course. It was this short. But after a whole summer, fall and winter growth, look at this. It really branched out and I really like it. I thought about to put some stakes to give it some support, but I don't know. There's no way for me to stake it. I guess if I don't like it to branch out that much, I have to chop it and propagate it. The reason why I like this plant so much is, one, is super easy. It's Peperomia. It does not need a lot of sunlight. It's not picky. As long as I give it enough water and let it dry out between waterings, it's just a happy, easy plant. And also, if you look at the foliage, it is green, but the green color is just very different than the other green color, the green leaves. So just comparison, this is my Pilea peperomioides. Peperomia Ecanna has very beautiful grayish tone color, so the color is not as saturated as the regular houseplants leaves. And if you touch the leaves, it is so velvety and I love touching it. And the leaf shape is a very beautiful heart shape. It's just one of the perfect plants for Valentine's Day. I know it was about a week, 2 weeks ago, but I still think this is a very beautiful plant. As I mentioned, I only paid $6 for this plant, but if you look at the plant market right now, I'm sure people will sell this plant for $20, $30. I would not be surprised since everything is just very expensive. This plant is not very hard to find, at least in my area. So if you want to get this plant, my suggestion is just wait a little bit, wait for spring or summer to come, and they grow so fast, so it will be cheaper for you to get a plant like this. My another favorite house plant is this beautiful Philodendron Silverstore. It's just so gorgeous. I got this plant about 2-3 months ago, so it's one of my winter purchases. I try not to purchase plants in winter because plants grow slow in winter due to low humidity and low temperature. So when everybody are so crazy of buying plants and the supply in the market is low, it is so easy for plants to get expensive. And if you propagate a plant in winter, it might take forever for it to really develop the roots. So that's why I don't really purchase plants in winter. I think the leaves of this Philodendron Silverstore is so elegant. It's just very long, and I like plants like this. Yeah, it's so pretty. And if you look at the color, let me use my Pilea peperomioides as an example. I don't know if you're able to tell, and I apologize for the bad lighting. I'm sitting in my dining room and the light is kind of yellowish, but if you compare the Silverstore with the Pilea peperomioides, the color of the leaves is more silvery and more grayish tone, and I think this is so unique and I like it so much. This is a philodendron and it's so easy to care for. I water this plant whenever the soil is dried out, and I didn't provide much humidity, but of course you are always recommended to provide 50 to 60% of the humidity level to all of your house plants. But this plant is not picky. It survives and is thriving in my low humidity home. And yeah, it's beautiful, of course. I give it a little stake and hopefully it will grow up, and yeah. The next plant that I want to talk about is Variegated string of pearls. I did a plant shopping and repotting video with me about 2-3 weeks ago, so I only have this plant for under a month, but I just love it so much. I did the repotting pretty much right away. This is not a good idea. I still do not recommend you to repot any of your houseplants in winter due to, again, low humidity and the low temperature. It's easier to give your plants shock, and you don't want to do that. But I was like itching to do it, and I usually don't feel that way. So anyways, I did it no matter what. After sitting by my west facing windows for 2-3 weeks, I already noticed a lot of new growth, and I really enjoy that. I know a lot of people complain that string of something just hate them because whenever they have a string of turtles, string of pearls, they just died. But I don't know, I felt pretty lucky with all the string of everything. So if you want to know my plant care tips, I will link the video up here and also put in the description box below. If you also plan to get a variegated string of pearls, just know that the mutation is not stable, so it will revert anytime, which means the new growth might be completely regular green color. The next plant I want to talk about is a philodendron. This is Philodendron Painted Lady. As you can see, the leaves are just so gorgeous, and you probably already understand why I enjoy it so much. I love the yellowish, greenish color. I think this is just so unique and so beautiful. So I got this plant about half a year ago, and I love it so much, so I always try to provide the best lighting or the best condition environment that I can. So I put it nearby my south facing windows. And it turned out, let me turn around. There are several leaves have the brown edges. Here is one, and this one is also turning brown on the edges. Okay, this is lessons learned. This plant does not like too much sun. Placing this plant by a south-facing windows is not a good idea unless you have a curtain that can weaken the strength of the light. Unlike the other philodendron, like this Philodendron Silverstore, this one is doing great by the south-facing windows, but this one, no. I ended up moving a few feet away from my south-facing windows. So this plant is quite expensive right now. I don't know why, because it is a fast grower, it is philodendron. However, this is what the current market is, and there are so many people looking for this plant. They're willing to pay a lot of money on it, and I see the price keep going up and up and up. I got this plant from a local nursery about half a year ago. It was in a 4-inch pot. Of course, it has grown a lot, but I don't know. I still don't understand why it's just so expensive right now. If you search Philodendron Painted Lady online, you can easily find a lot of sellers asking for $100, which is considered a very good price. $100, $150. I don't understand, but people are willing to pay for it, so yeah, why not? The last plant I want to talk about is Syngonium elbow Varigata. It is one of my favorite plants at all time. It is super easy. You don't really need to give it so much attention, but it just grows so fast for you. I have three or four Syngonium apple Varigata plant at home, and I also gave away a lot of cuttings to friends, and they love it too. The shape of the leaf is beautiful, and also the color. Wow, the half white, half green color and some splash on each single leaves. It is gorgeous. And each leaves, they just look so different. And I like the variation that this plant gives to me, and it always surprised me. When I first got my mother plant, it was a small plant, probably this short, and after one summer of growth, and it trailed down like very long, probably 3 feet long. If you want your plant to hang down, you can do it that way too, but I strongly suggest you to give it some support. For example, I put a little like a chalice so that it can grow up. It just looks so pretty when it has so many like branches grow up on the wall. It's a gorgeous plant. Anyways, these are my top 5 favorite houseplants so far. How about you? What are your top 5 favorite houseplants? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to connect with me on Instagram and Facebook because I'm pretty active there. I post stories all the time. So if you want to get to know me or you want to see more of my plants, feel free to connect with me there. Anyways, that's it for today. My name is Nicole. I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.